What is going on, everybody? Excuse me. What is going on, everybody? I'm your boy Desecrator, and welcome back to another episode of Hanging Heavy. Excuse my cock throat right there. I apologize for the ear rape that I just gave you, but I had to get it out. So I just want to go ahead and say, if you don't have it already, don't know how many more times I'm going to keep saying it, but I'll probably keep saying it all the time. If you don't have it already, go ahead and download the Podbean app. It makes listening a whole lot easier. You automatically get notified when I upload, and you can like, comment, share. And this fucking place posts probably every podcast known to man. At least everyone that I've listened to is on there. So, I mean, you don't have to just listen to my stupid ass. But please do. If you don't want to do that, you can always go to the website hangingheavy.podbean.com, where you can get download links and you can also like, comment, and share. And if that's not your thing, you can always search on YouTube. YouTube will never let you down. Go to that little search bar and type in Hanging Heavy Podcast. And you'll find me right there. Right there. You'll find me. So with the business, so to speak, out of the way, go ahead and put this up on your social media accounts. Spread the word. Spread the love. And like Californians would say, spread the fire. That's not funny. California's going through a tough time right now. Shout out to anybody listening in California. I know you're not listening. So let's go ahead and let's talk about some video games right now. So all this news was supposed to go into last week's show, but I strapped myself for some time and got a little later than normal. But you know what? It's better late than never. Am I right, guys? Yeah. God, I'm such a loser. So, Red Dead Redemption 2 has been out for going on 3 weeks now. God damn it. I love playing that game. I'm taking my time to enjoy the world and slowly progress through the story. Since release, I'm barely in chapter 4. Playing a decent amount each day. Some days not playing at all, but still. I mean, mostly doing side missions and exploring, as it should be done. Don't know why people want to finish the game so damn quick. I paid good money for it, so I better get my nut. I got a nut. Felt good. Anyway, it's apparently affecting people in different ways. Some rush to finish and unfold the story. Others, like me, take it easy. YouTubers are going crazy with the new content, secrets and whatnot, and some are even getting banned from the site entirely. Why do you ask? Well, one YouTuber in specific terms killed a feminist. Oh no. He killed a feminist in the game, and apparently some reporters at Vice were triggered ASAP and got his taken channel down entirely. The guy had several videos uploaded at once, and he only got 1 strike from YouTube. YouTube has a 3-strike policy, so it was, as you can tell, unjustly taken down because of some of the progressives, quote unquote, or so they claim to be, journalists didn't find it entertaining, and it was dehumanizing. It's a fucking game, guy. You can murder anyone in this game. But no one bats an eye until it's the feminist. Ugh, I fucking hate snowflakes. Grow the fuck up. The world isn't a safe space. Oh, look at that. This just in. There's an update to that story. The guy got his channel back up and he's fucking gonna take a big hit from advertising, but he'll gain a bunch of new supporters from this bullshit. I don't want to give him any credit because it's just a fucking game, so I don't plan to give his channel publicity. If you're so inclined to look it up, that's on you. But damn, I love being an outlaw. Can't wait to get online so me and my poppies can start an assless chap outlaw gang. Gang, gang. I find myself still coming back to Rocket League to shit on fools. Damn. How can a sports game be so fun? Well, I mean, it's a game where there is sports-based play? Question mark? Anyway, I wish my puppy would get on some NHL so I can fucking murder bitches on the ice. My hockey play style, as in every game I play, is a fucking goon squad. I love being an enforcer and just checking the shit out of everyone. And when I'm on offense, slap shot the fuck out of the puck. It feels so good. It feels good. It feels nice. Fantastic. But yeah, Papi, if you're listening, let's go whoop on some Canadians. Shout out to my brothers in the cold white north. I got their fries and gravy right here. You know, I was sitting at a light in my truck, 'cause Texas feller. And I saw someone with a sign on the side of the road asking for money. Except the sign was a poster board about 2 feet by 3 feet big. That's a huge fucking sign for me to be able to miss. But the problem I had wasn't that he was asking for money or for help or the gigantic sign. It's the fact that he felt it necessary to fill out the whole fucking thing with medium-sized font or text. Now, this medium-sized text is in correlation to the size of the sign, so it was a shit ton of info crammed onto a sign that I feel was way too big for what he needed. I get you have a story and all, but fuck, I don't even read books. Let alone your fucking long-ass sign, guy. Does that make me an asshole? Am I a dick for that? I saw that it was filled from wall to wall, and I said in my mind, fuck that. I refuse to read that much bullshit. If you need money, just get a piece of scrap cardboard like everyone else and write, change? Can you spare some change? Change? Even if I wanted to read this psalm, the light would have turned green before I had a chance to finish. And fuck that. I'm not gonna have that cliffhanger on my mind all day. Then I wouldn't get shit done. I just had to throw that in there today. In the world, we all know it's full of pieces of shit people who want to get rich doing nothing but deceiving. I don't know if any of you had heard about it. It's kind of big news, but a New Jersey couple who became famous for using GoFundMe to help a homeless veteran that gave up his last $20 to help a wife get home to her husband instead of being stranded out in the cold when her car ran out of gas. They eventually ended up raising over 400,000 doll hairs for this man's well-being. And supporters of this cause felt it was moving and a heartwarming gift of kindness that's needed in these dark and bleak times, in this upsetting world that's slowly turning into our future. And well, I was kind of skeptical at first that they would give him the entire lump sum, but who knows, just because I'm a cynical asshole doesn't mean that there aren't good people in this world. Well, turns out this was all a fucking charade. They duped all the donators and swindled so much money from over 14,000 backers. Wow. A couple weeks back, news was being stirred up because a homeless man was suing the couple, claiming that they used the money earned on his behalf buying cars and going on vacations, and not to help him. So GoFundMe got involved to try and remedy the situation, and eventually setting up deeper investigations. Turns out they were all lying. The story was made up, and they're all facing charges, not limited to and including conspiracy and theft by deception. Oh gee golly, doesn't that just warm the heart? Just like a large bowl of chicken soup, but for the soul. Holy Moses. Do any of you guys remember those terrible fucking books? My sister used to have a couple of them when we were younger, and Jesus, I couldn't contain the vomitous. Chicken soup for the teenage soul. What the fuck do teenagers know? Wait, hold on. I know exactly what that answer is. They know fuck all and fucking. That's all that's on their minds. Fucking hormones, man. It'll make the strongest women weak and put her in the need for some dayak. That's not nice, Desecrator. That's dehumanizing. Get the fuck out of here. Don't start that shit again. Look, you guys know me. I'm not PC. I'm not hip to the improv. So, I went to this place that buys used goods called Second and Charles. Not a sponsor. And I like going there because they have a ridiculous amount of CDs to look through. And like the vinyl hunters before me, I go compact disc hunting. I always go with something in mind and leave with something completely different. This last time I went looking for some Typo Negative albums. And by chance, any Alice in Chains albums they had. I've already found 2 there. But to my dismay, I found dick. But in my search, I found 4 gems. And I pulled out Metallica's Kill 'Em All. Great fucking Dave Mustaine record. Sublime's self-titled album. And 2 Rage Against the Machine albums. Evil Empire and The Battle for Los Angeles. I was also looking for another copy of Sea Change, a Beck CD I got stuck in a car stereo, but to no avail. I should say this for all you locals. Fuck off. That's my shit. Now that the Sunny the 13th season came to a glorious end, the thing that stuck out was, in fact, the end. I won't spoil it, but They ended it on such a non Always Sunny style that it came nearly as a shock. It was an ending to a show where every character is a terrible degenerate of a person, and still had such a powerful, impacting ending. It almost brought a tear to my eye. No lie. Didn't mean for that to rhyme, but hot bars, y'all. Anyway, Danny DeVito, aka Frank Reynolds, proved how much of an acting badass he is. He managed to put the trash man himself into such a moving ending, with tears rolling down his face, and an intensity burning and flourishing from his eyes. He only said a couple of words, but with that alone, pulled my nuts up into my stomach a little bit. Now, that was just a snippet, but if you put it into the context that it happened in, you'll completely understand me. I mean, it was to the point to where I had to fight the urge to get them ice sprinklers going. What the fuck, Sonny? That's all I can say. And with that being said, this next part makes all the more sense. So apparently, a college bathroom has been hiding a shrine to the trash god of a man, Danny DeVito. At Purchase College in New York City, it had been hiding in plain sight, a shrine in a literal hole in the wall. You can look up pictures after this, but someone caught wind of said shrine hiding behind a wall in one of the many restrooms on campus and went on a hunt. The person that revealed this on Instagram didn't out where on campus it was, but showed that you pull off a paper towel dispenser from the wall itself to find the hidden cave inside the very walls of the building. A cardboard cutout of the god sits in a corner, while graffiti and a poster of the deity grinning adorn the walls. A small handwritten placard instructs parishioners to leave an offering for our Lord and Savior, Danny DeVito, patron saint of trash men. What the fuck are they doing at this school? Whatever's in the water, man, I want some. So let's cue up a little bit of that health and science bit. So, as I sit here drinking my damn whiskey, doctors are now hoping you're ready to talk about how much alcohol you drink. Because there might be a snake in your boots or poison in the water hole. But because the U.S. Preventative Service Task Force, holy fuck that name, are advising doctors to screen their patients for alcohol abuse due to their updated guidelines. What the fuck? Fuck the Mayweathers. Fuck that guy. Fuck you, guy. Can I have a little bit of... I can have a little sippy sip every now and again. But apparently doctors are saying... or assessing this info is just as important as getting your blood pressure checked, or even checking your weight. They have suggested limits, and I shall read them doth and forth. The suggested limit for men ages 21 to 64 is no more than 4 alcoholic beverages per day, and no more than 14 per week. I have that all in one night. And I like my dreams extra spicy. And what that means is heavy on the liquor. For women in the same age group, suggested limit is no more than 3 per day and no more than 7 in a week. Fucking pussy. Women can't take it, I guess. That's a throwback to an earlier episode. Whenever you hear that noise, just picture someone fucking the shit out of the air. Pelvic thrust like a motherfucker. So yeah, cut this shit, you scumbags. Have some decency for once. Fuck that. The only way I see it as a problem is when it starts affecting your job or your personal life. If it's just every now and again, or just to relax, who the fuck can stop you? Well, you fucking fuckers you fucking fucker looking to get a great deal on early Christmas gifts? Well, as of Friday, November 16th, Amazon has started its Black Friday sales and pricing. So help crush local consumerism. Help crush local consumerism and give Jeff Bezos more of your money. As much as I love Amazon, not a sponsor, it's killing retail. I mean, maybe the centuries-old model for retail is dead, but fuck. Sometimes it's so much better to go into a store and physically touch products or to try stuff on. At the same time, I love the convenience of online shopping. But shit, I still like going to check shit out. Reminds me of the good old days. Finding that one thing that just happens to perfectly find you in all of the mess. It's like Destiny. Unlike Destiny, that garbage ass game. Don't worry, it'll be good in 3 years. Sorry, as you can tell, I have a love-hate relationship with Destiny. I love to hate it. Sure, you could just Google the fucking thing, but there's not a greater feeling than the hunt. So many people in the Houston and Austin areas of Texas captured what appears to be a bluish-green ball of light streaking across the night sky Thursday night. Some witnesses even report hearing a booming sound when the light came crashing down. Most believed it to be a meteor. When a space rock or debris falls apart and breaks apart, entering our Earth's atmosphere. Chances are it's indeed this, seeing how the peak of activity for the Leonid meteor shower is expected to occur this weekend. So if you're in a dark part or out away from cities, you might have a shot at catching what they are estimating to be 15 meteor hours an hour. Meteor hours. 15 meteors an hour. This year isn't going to be as spectacular as the past years, but that's because the moon is going to be very bright this year. For people in the northern hemisphere, they will have the best chances to see it. The southern hemisphere will still see a good show, so if you've never seen a meteor shower, I advise you to try and catch this one. It's not as bright and spectacular as other showers, but it's still pretty fucking cool. Get on it. Jump on it.
Yes, science.
So the last time I was able to catch a meteor shower was, probably 6, 7, maybe fucking 8 years ago, 9 years ago, 10 years ago. Damn, time flies when you get old. Yeah, maybe 8 to 10 years ago. Fuck, at this point. I was with a guy who, at the time, is what one would call a friend, but that's another story for another day. Anyway, he had a convertible car, so we would ride that bitch. Humble brag. It's not even mine. Anyway, I told him about the shower and that it was happening, and asked if he had ever seen anything like that before. Of course, the uncultured swine that live here usually don't care for such things. So I had to convince him to drive us out about 15 miles from the city, out into the dark highways. At the time, we used to partake in some extracurricular activities. We were smoking pot, and he enjoyed himself some other stimulants. So there were drugs in said vehicle. So this will play a key role in what's to come next. We got out into a dark stretch of road, and we started to smoke. About 20 minutes pass, and we noticed headlights coming in the distance. They obviously noticed us and approached. The vehicle eventually parked behind us, and it turned out to be a border patrol. We live in southern Texas, so this isn't any worse than the cops being so far out of town. But being pretty mellow, the high wasn't that strong, because it had some time to wear off. The fear didn't sink in, and I instead went into full cover our ass mode. Nothing was out in plain sight, so we also didn't smell or look high. I don't think, at least. Good thing it was night. When the patroller finally steps out of his vehicle, he flashes his light on us and questions, "What are you guys doing out here? So far from town? Alone?" I, in turn, answered his question, stating calmly, "Oh, there's a big meteor shower happening tonight, and my friend hasn't seen one. So I thought it would be a good idea to come out and see the stars, so to speak." He looked almost satisfied with that answer, but he had to do his job and questioned, "Oh, it's because this area is known for smuggling illegals and drugs." I, in response to that, said, "Oh no, sir, we wouldn't have space in a car like this." I said boldly, "You're more than welcome to check the car." Like I said, I wanted my friend to see this spectacle, and luckily, it was a very active shower. I said we were heading back when the car started to overheat, so we pulled over for a bit to let it cool. The officer, or whatever the fuck they're called, looked up at the sky, and if you know nothing about cars, the car was poorly designed, so all the trunk space was taken up by the mechanics of the rooftop. My friend interjected a bit, and the pickle suit said, "Okay guys, it's not safe for you to be out in the middle of the road in the dark. At least turn your lights on." I did that immediately and told him, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even realize I was supposed to have my lights on." Seeing as it's not an emergency, he said, "Okay guys, just go ahead and take off when you can." I said, "We've been here for about 20 minutes. The car should be cool enough now." I started it, and he walked back to his vehicle. I turned on the headlights and pulled away. He followed us for a couple miles and then peeled off. Holy fuck, I've been able to talk my way out of a lot of fucking cop experiences. Well, we're hitting that 30-minute mark. As always, I like to do 30 minutes by myself. Maybe in the near future, I might have someone to talk to, at least to help fill some time. If things work out, that'll be interesting, and hopefully it give you guys something different than listening to just me talk about shit that's happening. As always, if you don't have the Podbean app, go ahead and download it. It makes listening a whole lot easier. You can also listen to your favorite podcast, other than Hanging Heavy, which I know is your favorite. You can like, comment, share. If that's not your thing, you can always check out the website, hangingheavy.podbean.com. And you can also like, comment, share. I wouldn't really call it a subscription, but yeah, you can do that. Or if you do want to subscribe, you can go to YouTube. In the search bar, type in Hanging Heavy Podcast. There you can find all the videos that I've posted. They're not videos, but the video version of this podcast would be just a picture that I'm going to upload. Yeah, so you can also like, comment, share, and you can subscribe there. I think I have all but 6 subscribers, if that number hasn't dropped yet. But as always, I'm Desecrator. You just fucking heard the Hanging Heavy Podcast. Much love and rich and rare.